Hi everyone, this is Tuplex. Welcome back. So somebody told me that rocket parts were in Factory Planner, and they were right. I don't know where the heck it was. I just searched for rocket part. Is it an intermediate? It's an intermediate parts. Why didn't I see it before? I don't know. So I want to replan this part of it. Okay, so rocket part. We're going to need 4.5 per minute, right? Because 100 of them will launch a rocket, which will give us 10 science packs, or 1,000 science packs, which essentially means we get 1 science pack per rocket part. So if we want 45 science packs a minute, we need 4.5 rocket parts a minute. Okay, and I'm going to put in 4 modules, which brings down the requirements here considerably on rocket parts per minute. So 32, I think these are essentially the same numbers that I had arrived at previously, but just to be sure. Okay, and then we'll plug in the satellite as well so that we capture the requirements for rocket fuel and low density structures on top of everything else. Okay. So let's do low density structures. We're going to need 16 machines. Now the other thing is maybe we ought to consider using productivity modules to make the rocket parts as well. Which means we would need to make, well, we would need to make more modules than we are now. I could add additional module production up here. It wouldn't be terribly fast, but it would give us something. It means we would need more machines, and we would use more energy. Nah, let's do it without. We'll do it without. That's fine. Okay, so I need 16.2 on top of what I already have, let's say, because this is just to launch the rockets. All right, and then we're doing the rocket fuel from hydrogen chloride. All right, so we're going to need another 17.2 of those. Rocket control units, 21.4. And then let's look at solar panels. So 1 machine making solar panels will work. And I already have 1 machine making accumulators down here. Let's see how much battery we need. Okay. Yeah, it looks like we should have enough battery. So we're good on accumulators. And that's for the satellite, and that's tied in. So let's add a machine making solar panels for the satellite. And we'll limit it to, let's say, 50. We just need to bring in silicon. Okay, so that'll get going, and then, in fact, we can even just make the satellites over here and just transport it over. No, actually I will make it over here because I'm going to be belting in the 3 rocket part ingredients, and then I can just pull off of those belts to make the satellites. That'll be a little bit easier. Okay, so where should we start? I guess let's start with the ones that we've already got built. Okay, so let's add 17 or 18 machines to the low density structures, which we're doing down there next to blue circuits. And this will be easy to expand. How many more do we need? 16.2. Okay. I'm going to remove these. So that's 4, 8, 12, 16. Let's just double this whole crud. Okay, I guess we'll have to double it independently. Will this be okay? Here, let me get this out of the way. And see how much we can fit in here. Alright, it looks like the last 3 machines are a problem. Okay. So let's do this. Okay, so we can move all of this up by 2 tiles. All right, and that gets us 2 more machines. Okay, so that's 2 out of the 16.2 that we need. And now we need another 2, that's 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. That'll give us 18. Will that fit? Yes. Okay. And let's make sure that we've got enough belts. Yep, 1/4 of a belt and less than half a belt each. So we've got a half a belt of copper Or no, that is almost half a belt. Okay, so we got enough copper. And then half of a belt is, yeah, we should be okay. We should be okay with the belts as we have them now. No, this is actually a quarter of a belt, isn't it? All right, so let's do this. And let's do this, just to help it out a little bit. Okay, so we're good on low density structures. The other one is the rocket fuel. Now the rocket fuel, I think I'm going to have to redesign the whole thing. Because it's a bit of a complicated build. Oh, you know what I said I could do? I could just double the whole thing. I've got 24 machines there. I need about 18 more. So, yeah, let's just copy it. We'll copy it right there. Yeah, some of that is not in Roboport range. So we're going to need to make fuel refineries, electrolysis, atmospheric condensers. I don't know, 20 electrolysis plants. I wish there was like some sort of a shortcut to do this limit thing on the output chest. Yeah, we'll do 10 of those, let's say. And what was the other one? Atmospheric condensers. I should probably do filtration plants too while I'm at it. Where was it? There we go. Okay, yeah, let's do filtration plants. Okay, and that's all I can think of right now. All right, so we go to power plant and then walk over from there. Five, 5, and 8. That's what we need here for drones. There's 5, there's 5. And there's 8. Okay, we're missing, looks like 5 fuel refineries. 2, 3 condensers. And 3 crushers. Yeah, I should make crushers over there in the mall too. And then let's clear out all the stone and trees. What else are we missing? Some pumps. Oh, and a tank? Oh yeah, another large tank. There we go. So as soon as the drones get back, we should be in business. And this is the nice thing about doing a grid build. Is that when you need to expand your production, you can just, you know, especially if you've got a build that already, I mean, I could probably fit some more into this grid. But this is full enough that I don't feel the need to to tear this apart and rebuild it. I'd rather just make a copy. Okay, oxygen. How are we getting oxygen over here? Okay. All right, we're waiting for the hydrogen chloride. Here it comes. All right, and we're in business. And isn't that interesting how we can make rocket fuel from water, stone, and iron? It's an unlikely set of ingredients to give us something so volatile. Okay, so we got that done, we got that done. All right, so now we need rocket control units, which are unique. Okay, so we need blue circuits and we need some speed modules. Easy enough. And we might as well make those close to where we're building the rockets, so let's build that up here. Okay, let's come here so I can reload from the mall. Oh, let's add crushers to the mall, because we do need to automate the crushers. There we go. Okay, so let's clear away the brush here. All right, so ingredients for the modules are electronic components and green circuits. Oh, these are the wrong type of depot. green circuits, electronic components, and blue circuits. All right, and let's go with 5, 5, and 3. All right. So we need 11 machines making the modules and 21.4. All right, so this is a 1-to-2. 1-to-2 ratio modules to rocket control units. 32 a minute. Yeah, that's 321. Okay, 321 per minute. That's 321 divided by 60. All right, that's only 5 per second. Yeah, so yellow belts, shared yellow belts are going to be fine here. Okay, so let's do 22 of these rocket control unit makers. 1, 2. All right, so we're gonna build this and then we'll copy it 11 times, or we'll copy it 10 more times, and this will be the modules. Whoops. One more space. Okay, so blue circuits go here. This belt goes here. What's the speed on this one? 15 seconds, 15 ingredients. I'm going to put a fast inserter, just so we don't have to laboriously wait for it. And then these can be slow inserters, because we only need one of each. And then that is the output. All right, so there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Okay. How many do I need? 22. Let's make it 24. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay. So we're going to make this a symmetrical build. And no, let's just copy. Let's copy this part. And let's copy this part. Yeah. See, if I flipped it, it would go like this, and then that would bother us. It would bother us. It would bother us, precious. That's my Gollum impression. Hope you like it. All right. And since I'm going to split this in two, let's make the joining and splitting with red belts. Okay, and that goes to the module factories. And then the blue circuits, we split and send down this way. And let's try to be consistent here. Okay, let's power it up. Yeah, it won't reach if I don't do this. All right, so we're using more power poles than we really need. That's okay. They're pretty cheap. Okay, good. Now we can get ready to launch. Okay, so up here we need 3 requesters for the rocket fuel, for the low density structures, and actually let's do that one. Let's do this one, the rocket control units, so that they can go straight across. I think a single drone is going to be good there since the distance is so short. And then I'll do 5 on these other ones. Okay. Yeah, 32 a minute. Yellow belts once again to the rescue. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's the middle. Okay, and then we'll have 1 coming out, which are going to be the space science data. All right, and then let's throw in another RoboPort. Put that right there. Shift M, put it in logistic mode so it covers more area. And we'll put our satellite maker right there. Okay. All right, and the way I've done this is not ideal. because we want the rocket fuel and the low density structures. So this way I can grab them from these first two belts. Okay, and then we'll have a requester chest for the other ingredients. I'll remove these. So here we're just going to be getting blue circuits. Yeah, we'll get blue circuits from them all too. Why not? We'll do a stack inserter. The radar. Yeah, that should cover us. Okay. And then we just need to power it. And here come the low density structures. Okay, and we can tell this to auto launch with cargo. So once it's ready to launch and the satellite inserts, it'll launch automatically and start all over again, which is fine with us. All right. Okay, while that's going, I'm going to go back to the power plant. Not that one, but the new one. And I'm going to hook up the rest of these turbines. Before I was saying that I didn't want to use too many turbines because then I might consume the fuel faster than I can make it. But then I got a comment on YouTube that it really doesn't matter. Because the way these turbines work, they consume steam as fast as they need to make power. So whether I have 5 turbines using steam to recharge the accumulators over 10 seconds, or I have 8 turbines charging it in 2 seconds, it doesn't matter. It's going to use the same amount of steam either way. And the amount of fuel that I need is dictated by how much steam I consume. So the number of turbines really is not going to cause me to use any more fuel. It's all about how much power I need to consume. So in that way, it's very much like the old steam power that we start the game with, and not like the nuclear reactors from the vanilla game that consume the same amount of fuel no matter how much power you're using. Here your fuel consumption is directly related to, or directly proportional to how much power you're consuming. The more power you need, the more steam you use. The more steam you use, the more fuel gets fed in to make more steam. So it's a much simpler calculus. And this will just allow me to maintain the charge of my batteries more easily. All right, so I got 1.1 gigawatts. All right, and then that kicks in. We're making 680 something. Still got plenty of steam. And then they go back down. Super. Okay, let's see how our rocket's coming along. We are at 30%. All right, and 4.5 per minute. Including productivity. That means that 100 divided by 4.5, that means we're going to launch a rocket every 22 minutes. So, I'm not going to wait around to show you that. It's already been 35 minutes. Instead, we can do a little bit of research We have... Oh, okay. We can do military 5. Let's do that. That's going to give us even more powerful weapons. Oh, impulse rifle. Actually, I'm quite interested in that one. The rest of the stuff I feel like I can wait on because I'm tired of upgrading my ammunition production. But I think the impulse rifle would be neat. That does... Ooh, 50 range. 1 + 1 per second. Is that 2 per second? Half second. Does a lot of damage, but magazine size is only 3. Versus my submachine gun, 25 range, puny amount of damage, comparatively. But shoots much, much faster, 15 a second versus 2 a second. So let's add this up. 14 plus 25.2 plus 6 plus 10.8. So 56 damage per shot times 15. That's 840 DPS, damage per second, 840. With this, we're getting 1400 damage, 2 shots a second. Okay, that's 2800 DPS. So, yeah, much better. That's huge DPS. It's expensive though, but we don't need uranium for it. Or do we? Are we using uranium for the immersite? No. No, we're not. Okay, so that might be better because then we're not using uranium. Oh, here's something else I noticed. It seems like... these railgun turrets are taking care of most of the biters without any help from the lasers or the gun turrets. Let's see what happens when these guys attack. If they do. But now a lot of times when I see the turret engaging the enemy message, it's just one turret, which I'm assuming is the railgun turret. Oh, okay. There, the other ones got involved a little bit. But yeah, 3 rounds from the railgun turret did most of the damage, looks like. So the railguns are pretty nice. And I should take these out with artillery. They're getting too close. Getting a little cocky. We need to remind them who's in charge. Look at this. They're just spreading out like they own the place. They don't realize that when I crash land on a planet, it becomes my property. Okay. Oh, now another thing. I used to have a rail. Oh, I still do have a railgun over here. I thought I got rid of that. Where was it? I removed a railgun. Oh, I removed the railgun from down here. because there were a lot of attacks coming in here, and my railgun was destroying my rails frequently. So I took out, yeah, so with the exception of this one, which I think I just missed, I took out all the railguns on this side of the wall because they were destroying my rail system. So no railgun fun over there. I suppose I could put some in and just set them back so that the rail is just out of range, but by then the lasers are going to be ready to turn on. See, now this one could cause a lot of trouble. It's got this whole part of the intersection. I'm going to remove it. And then we can remove those two power poles. All right, so no railguns over there because they're going to mess up my rails. Okay, so that's about it. So for the next episode, we should have some space data. What are we going to get? What's it called? Space science data, something like that. No, that was with the satellite. Space research data. Yeah, so we should have some space research data, and then we can start working on making the optimization tech cards. We're also going to have to upgrade our labs again. So we'll get into all that in the next episode. Until then, have a great day. Take care.